Hey there, imaginary friends, imaginary viewers. Welcome to my imaginary diary. There's extra audience this time. Some construction workers under my window. So I doubt that you will hear them, but hopefully not. Maybe they will hear me. So some IRL crowd. Hopefully it will not be tough crowd. Did I say welcome to my imaginary diary? Because that's what this has become really. Nothing really useful, just me talking about some random stuff, which is not too bad, I guess. This time I will try to pay attention to the volume, to the tone. Unsuccessfully, most probably. I was thinking if I should stream, but decided to do so just to catch up, and there is stuff to talk about. And I'm going back and forth because I'm very much inspiration based, and you can't just turn on inspiration. You might write something down, but that's also a slippery slope. So I guess this time I tried to start early, and I thought I was, and I am, but not as much as I was trying to. And the sounds outside are distracting me. So what are we gonna discuss today? Yeah, because this is irrational. Why did I start it all? One of the reasons was to get stuff out, of course, but maybe I should have done this in the evening. I guess it's too late now. For me, run, save yourselves. Let's go into game, since I will not be able to get any thought flow. Let's at least pretend there's a reason, rational reason for it. Okay, can I? Yes, I can. Okay, I forgot to turn off the volume. Number one. At least this guy is marked. Yeah, let me show you the bag. Yeah, should we talk about that? Yeah, sure. The
shadows gather.
Okay. I got the bag, I got most of the stuff. Maybe I'll show that later. Okay, maybe you can see Horsey and the Hearthstone. I didn't get the... I think I know how the polearm looks, and I don't care about that much. Same goes for the... Okay, there's nothing I can start and just casually finish. So let me just... Okay, number 10, number 1. Where's your player base now? So as you can see... Okay, fuck it. This is what I mean, this is not what I thought when I said empty Orgrimmar, but though it's, I guess, noon soon, so it is not expected to be too many players here now. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. Maybe there will be no need for me to... Okay, that's a nice... Thank you, fellow player, for respecting my personal space. Nice. Okay, how to make stream completely useless. This is how. Okay, let's first address, you know, some previous stuff about my Machinima idea. I guess when he talks to the panda quest giver, could I use this somewhere? Don't cry for me, Pandaria. I don't know. When he, you know, talks that Pandaren, it's, you know, wow, 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 wow. He doesn't even register it. And then just says, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. And during that time, he, you know, that frame from the side, you can see his torso, then just going slightly up to his chest and lower part of the jaw to see the cigarette. And then after he comes back, I wrote that on the last video, he does something like, they were weak, they deserve to die. And I have no clue where I got that from. I tried googling it once, but I couldn't find anything. And there's a not so fun fact. Google something that there are no results, and look at all the random stuff you're gonna get instead. Same goes for the titling this. When I add some stuff in the title later on, the video doesn't show, but bunch of random stuff can. And that's why I wrote at least some. Maybe I will get the chance to talk about RIOT Rito MMO. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe I'll you know, delay that part. Okay, maybe I said about Machinima, maybe not. Yeah, give me my 30 silver. Hits him in the stomach, punches him. Okay. I wanted to show you then the toys, but there is no need. And about the words third leg, not anymore. I mean, they added new lovely made new models, but they kept the name change. If okay, let me not be, I want to be subjective, but when I am like that, you might get the wrong idea, so I have to be objective at the same time. Of course, there are probably most certainly a lot of people that care about the game working on it, but there are people that I'm not gonna say that they don't care, but that maybe have different ideas for the game. And if those guys were making the game now, it would be very different game, which it is in a way. And I don't know if the WoW would have the same success it has, because this is a lot of this is on the foundation of the previous guys, and I didn't want to talk about this now, but here we are. This is the core. This is the people. I mean, after every hour or half an hour, I would go kill that goblin. I would go cry in the shower in the fetal position. And when I got this mount, I was thinking, what if WoW dies tomorrow and I have this mount? I didn't like the process of getting it, and at that moment I understood why some people are so, get so triggered when anyone says that WoW is dead. Like I said, okay, let's get into that now. There is, okay, random. I guess it's suited random stream for heavy RNG based game. Very, very bad angle. Okay, this is more like it. I was thinking about the setting for the stream, and then I remembered and was thinking, how did I not come with that sooner? Okay, let's finish one thought. Though this is not what I wanted to talk about, but let's go. So, I guess the people that have most fun-loving crowd in WoW are the people that come, play for a month or two, and then leave. Those people are pure fun. They play WoW for fun. How does the saying goes? Play for fun or play for keeps? And those are people that play for fun. Not only them. From the crowd that stays, most of those are the ones that play for keeps. But not all. This is what I think. The ones that also continue and like playing for fun in their own way are the people that want some random gear. I mean, the high level the better, of course. That will just make more alts and grind some random world stuff. Now, how many are there of those? I have no clue, but there are a significant amount. Okay. Talking about numbers, I really do not understand, and that's one of those I don't and I do. Is it possible that PvP guys are in so low of numbers that they are being neglected this much? That's something I cannot understand, and maybe I should have flown. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's stand here for a while. So my point is, this is the core, and we don't have the numbers, like I said, based on some decisions and the stuff I can see, though of course there will be more people in Valdraken. I don't think there is that many people on. Of course it depends on server and time of day. One more thing, if they put this much of effort And this kind of effort in the game 1 or 2 expansions ago, WoW would at least have twice as many players now. And now, like I said, these are great changes, but these are don't leave changes, not come back changes. But I don't know what their options are. And I guess I talked about a bunch of stuff. I didn't plan on this at all, but there it is. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff more I could say about it, but that's also one of the things. I'm trying to make some cluster of thoughts, and that's why I'm avoiding some topics, but maybe it's better for me just to embrace the randomness, just go all out. Talking about it, I don't usually search for WoW videos. Usually I just see what's recommended for me. But some days ago I saw that classic hardcore drama by accident, and okay, and that's okay. On TV this morning there's a movie being made about something that happened here, and about some enthusiasts that made something despite of everything. And as that guy said, we just did it because of that, not because of profit. Profit came much later on, and that's exactly the point. You know, some of the people play for fun, some of the people play for keeps, and some see the amount of profit that's there. Blizzard sees it too, and they want it. Same as those guys. They see, because you know, player base is quite divided in that regard. Some people, I guess I forgot the expressions. The not transfer of wealth, but the distribution of wealth. And when some people see that, you know, I want a cut of that. So NFTs, crypto, and then, you know, WoW stuff. And I thought NFTs, they don't make any sense, but I guess, you know, there be gold in those mountains. I mean, that's human nature. And okay, I will not get into that. But the cryptocurrency, it had some sense to it, some meaning, some point, for me at least. I am not following any of these topics really. I just, you know, take a glance of it, and maybe it's explained somewhere much better, but this is how I see it, my layman opinion. If for me it made sense when I was thinking there's some shady business proper, let me say it like that, proper shady business behind it. When I thought there's some real shady money behind it, and that would help move it here and there. So while I was thinking that, I thought it made some sense, because there was something to back it up. something real. But when I understood, you know, that that's not the case, you get, you know, you mine it, you mine for crypto, and you know, dump it. I saw that video. When I understood that, I guess it's just if someone can, you know, catch the wave and cash out real quick, he might get something. Other than that, it's Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme. It's a gamble, but even worse than a gamble. And that reminded me, when I was thinking about the channel and that, I forgot to say, like I said, this is not user friendly at all, and I don't know how the channel is gonna go in the future, but I'm gonna try to make something else, because if you think about it rationally, and okay, I guess this is gonna connect it.
This curse has not broken me yet.
This is gonna connect it, and I forgot. Yeah, a lot of the viewers are former players. You know, the proportion is not 1-to-1 when it comes to WoW. A lot of people that are, like I said, used WoW as a frame. Some even gave up. Okay, let's continue. They still consume the content. So, viewer base, people might still watch the, you know, warcraft stuff, but thinking rationally, if I was rational, I wouldn't do this at all. I do this because, okay, time flies, let's get this moving. I wouldn't do this at all. I would, I guess, and proper content creators would do that, would you know, find something that's more contemporary, gets more views, and no way. So and yeah, I mean, after those two expansions, I mean, everybody talks about PTSD, and look at it from that way. If somebody went...
Rocket yells, the Zeppelin to Warsong Hold has just arrived. All
Okay.
aboard for Borean Tundra. Rasmus
No.
says, oh. It started vibrating. Descha says, I heard they do that. Apparently it is a sign of contentment, of all things. Descha
Okay.
says, seems you've made a friend. Snurkbucks quick yells, the Zeppelin to Gromgol has just arrived. All aboard for Stranglethorn.
Oh god.
Rasmus says, it's strangely comforting.
Yeah, time flies. Let's. Maybe I'll just drop the talking. Okay, PTSD. I mean, if somebody went through all of that and they're in some other game now, they ain't gonna come back. They are probably, you know, when somebody mentions WoW, they're curl up in a corner and cry. So it would take a lot for them to come back. Look how small these letters are with my UI setting on highest. Look at how small that is. Is the agenda to make everyone blind? I mean, Maybe I should get new glasses, but this is too small. Okay,
What are we without the sky?
yeah, I almost forgot. Before the stream I tried to find those you know, I don't know, marks, tokens to get the reputation, because this is the time. If you want the reputation, I didn't read, but I guess you get reputation for this. This is the moment. Okay, okay, it's night elf time. Night elf flower. I wrote some stories. One of them is night elf flower, but I guess this is the sign.
What's up?
Terminus, of course.
Glad I could help.
Let's go for a wild rocket ride. I see a lot of videos, you know, using some random WoW content as the background. I haven't seen any that use this, and this is probably the most fun you can have AFK in WoW. I hope the sound is not too loud. And when you think about it, and some firings from before, I mean, they pretty much modeled that Galivix after Bobby. I mean, you don't even have to do the, you know, Photoshop stuff. So I was surprised when somebody caught something, but because there's like those innuendos, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in game. So I was surprised they are paying attention. I was more surprised before that they didn't, but okay. And what else? What I wanted is, I can't think of it now, but let's try and do some contemporary news. Let's move this hand out of the way. Get your dirty paws. So, I mean, I needed new MMO. For how long have I been talking about Rito MMO? For that long. I give up. You know, it's not gonna happen anytime soon, which I was hoping for. I guess I was on that hopium. Is it possible that I didn't have the achievement? I guess it is. Yeah, did I say about the marks? I guess I don't know what the reputation buff is, but I saved some Dark Moon Fair one, and plus this, and there was a time where buffs wouldn't stack on Horde, but they still would stack on Alliance. One of those decisions. I guess it's because of the human racial facial. But I don't know, I guess it works now. I mean, I guess I will not see. I thought I have some of those marks. I usually just send them on one tomb, but I wanted to use this opportunity to do it on this one, but I guess not. Did they ever do something with this story, Twilight Hammer? I guess not. Maybe a bit, doesn't matter. So okay, let's go back to RIOT MMO. So I guess after first I was on some hopium tank, then tank ran dry, then I was running on fumes, and then it got obvious. Should we withdrawal now, and I'm okay with it. This bracket died. There's some hopes about it also, but I will not go into that. I have no clue. Usually I'm the one that will assume, but let's not at least now. So let's write some fan fiction here. Yeah, like I said, brackets dead, that hope is dead. Let's take it. Let's talk about it, because this, I didn't even finish about the. My point is, I pretty much got all from the event I wanted. Words leg, great new model, but with the names, they kind of ruined it, and they tend to do that at Blizzard. Take people's hype, then crush it, and then try to bring it back again. And if they do make some changes, I hope they do, but I'm afraid they will only do it when it's too late. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. About Riot MMO. Okay, let's write some fan fiction here. I mentioned that tweet, and I'm guessing for them it was a win-win, but it was a lose-lose, especially from the player perspective. Because they thought, I'm assuming, they announced it, but they didn't really announce it, so there's no hype, but there is hype. They will get people, but there will be no expectations. But no, that's not how it works. The cat's out of the bag. Take a look at the shoot MMO. Sure, it's a shoot MMO and nobody gives a fuck about it. But they didn't announce it, and that's also one of the reasons why people are not expecting anything. And I guess there's nothing really out there, and I'm guessing I would probably check it out. But as for Riot, at least we got some breadcrumbs. But when even that stopped, I knew it was over. They tried to do something with some fake leaks, I heard there's something, I cannot say anything, but there's something. What? That's nothing, That's worse than some fake leak. That's real bullshit. And I mentioned the podcast. It didn't happen for quite a while. Don't know why, but I guess they have their reasons. I hope they will make some soon again. And do I mention, I hate getting into real people, because I think there's a line, I don't want to be disrespectful, and ad hominem for the captions, because they often ruin that. So go personal, for after someone, but that's not the case. But there was also a tweet and thread, I guess, and it's okay. I just wanted to jump, but never mind. Oh, perfect. So I will not try and not mention the name. And it's great to get some personal, insider stuff, some personal experience, and get how things really work. But I don't think that was the case in that case. In that regard, I don't know how to say it. Because that was not some odd GM leaving. That was an exodus. Everybody left. I'm talking about, after Ghostcrawler's departure, everybody that worked on RIOT MMO stopped working on it. And people started leaving. En masse. That wasn't just, some people, some guy or girl or whoever, finding a better job, or it was everybody left. At least that was the impression. And then they started hiring. So what does that tell you? So this is, okay, I guess we'll have some time. This is what I'll just ruin it, scuff it, speedrun it now. They wanted to speed it up because, I don't know, there was some talk about League of Legends losing NA. So I guess some decided to, like in those battles, there's one team that says, we're just gonna push this, try to make something happen. And then a lot of people complained about cinematic. I guess some people panicked, and this is fan fiction, I have no clue. Some people panicked, revert the changes that, I don't know, some people are okay with following orders blindly, some are not. Some are more understanding of corporate, some are not. So of course somebody didn't like, that break being pressed, and that back and forth, hurry up and wait stuff, and some of them left. And that's, one of the things, I wrote something in text document before, I couldn't realize it, but the trenches and that field marshals and that go rogue, and those that are in those rooms far away, who understands things better. And that's, I guess, is why that many game developers leave and start their own things, which is also a double-edged sword. I guess there's some finance needed, and like I said, at some point smaller studios will take over, but until then, so that's why I think many people left, and then they were nowhere. So what's my point there? I don't know if the CEO left because of that case, or because of this, or both, or neither. I have no clue. He did mention RIOT MMO in that interview, for that I guess it was in English, but I guess they have they are founded in Asian market, and so I have no clue what went there, but this is what might have happened. My point there is that they probably went back and forth not only with the game but also game design, how they're gonna do it, and I think they probably reverted the changes. They went from one thing to another, then back to that first thing, I guess, when they realized what's the best. So my point there is, who knows when that will happen, how far they went, and how that's gonna go. Ghostcrawler has his own MMO like now, which is great, but that's not gonna be anytime soon either. And when I was talking about being open, that's one of the things he and others emphasize, that they want to be open about things, which is great from the player perspective. From my perspective, of course it's good, but I'm not saying that's the right thing. I think it's a better thing, but I mean, if you're really opinionated about your vision and are ready to pay the price and don't want to be disturbed, sure, the other way is viable too. But I prefer this way, the more open way. But like I said, you do you, girl, and you do what you think is right for you. I mean, if you go to a gym, if you find anyone helpful there, they will tell you that everybody has his own way, his own unique path, and that you should listen to your body, what it tells you, and decide for yourselves. And that's more harder in a way. Some people like being said what to do, but that's my point, subjectively and objectively. I'm watching at the watch, so time ran out and I don't like being on the clock. That's why I hate elevators, and that's why I hate events like this. Events, of course, I mean Diablo event. And yeah, I didn't say, I only got one offhand word slag, and I don't really care about those. And there was those, make ton of gold, and I saw, it's just 1,000 on some auction houses. That's gold videos for you. And of course Holinka is on that project now, Ghostcrawler's MMO or MMO like. That's a mouthful. My point is also, but does that tell you? Somebody with that amount of experience, is anyone left at WoW PvP now? With that amount of experience, leaving the biggest MMO to work on a new project. That says either that he really trusts the new project, really doesn't trust the old project, or more probably both. And let's leave it at that magical thought. Usually I like leaving it on a positive one, but there's that. Yeah, I didn't even finish about, okay, let's waste a couple of more minutes here. Yeah, that. So, I guess I did say that, people trying to make a buck is not wrong, but when there's more shady stuff in the background, and when there's a game and you hear some bullshit about it and you say to yourself, am I glad I'm not part of that? Am I glad I'm not playing that game? Sadly, I am playing this game. Sadly and fortunately, it's a great game in other ways. But when I almost stepped into that rabbit hole on Classic WoW, I remembered I have nothing to do with this. Theoretically, sure, it's good to be aware, but practically, when I saw some names and I didn't know any, and I guess that's my point, I probably wouldn't engage with any of that stuff anyway. So when I was about to, like I said, to go deeper into that, I said, no, I'm gonna skip this one. This is gonna be a hard pass for me. I wish all the best for the people that whistleblow this kind of stuff, but That's one thing I'm gonna skip. Yeah, that went well.
A dark wind is blowing.
See you soon. Real soon.